The Forgotten Key Part 2. Amelia hesitated, her fingers hovering over the chained book. The whispering voices grew softer, as if waiting for her decision. The entire library seemed to hold its breath. She took a cautious step forward and reached out, tracing the cold silver chains with her fingertips. A sudden gust of wind blew through the library, rustling the pages of nearby books. "Beware," the whisper warned again. But curiosity burned inside her. What was so dangerous about this book? Why was it unfinished? Taking a deep breath, she gripped the chains and tugged. To her astonishment, the chains dissolved into a fine mist, vanishing before her eyes. The book trembled, then slowly creaked open on its own. A swirl of ink-black smoke rose from the pages, forming the shape of a shadowy figure. The figure had hollow eyes that glowed faintly like dying embers. "At last, someone has dared to open the unfinished tale," it rasped, its voice like crackling parchment. "Now you must complete the story." Amelia's heart pounded. "Complete it? But how?" "By living it," the figure whispered. Before she could react, the world around her melted away. The towering bookshelves, the stained glass windows, the grand clock, all dissolved into a swirling vortex of words and images. She was falling, spinning, plunging into the very pages of the book. When Amelia landed, she found herself in a dark forest, the scent of damp earth filling her nose. The trees twisted unnaturally, their gnarled branches reaching out like skeletal fingers. A distant howl sent shivers down her spine. She glanced down and saw that she was no longer wearing her usual clothes. Instead, she was dressed in a flowing cloak, and at her waist hung a leather satchel filled with blank parchment. A quill pen rested in her hand, its tip glowing faintly. The shadowy figure appeared beside her, now more solid than before. "Every story must have an ending," it said. "The fate of this world depends on your words. But be warned, whatever you write becomes real. Choose wisely." Amelia swallowed hard. She was no longer just a reader. She was a part of the tale, and she had no idea how it would end. A rustling in the bushes made her spin around. Something, or someone, was watching her. She had to decide, should she flee into the unknown or stand her ground and face whatever was coming? The story had begun, and Amelia was its author now.